Hello everybody, and this is Chaos with Chaos Esports Productions, bringing you the first episode of this Back to the Basics series. I would like to first apologize to everybody that I have been out for the last 2 weeks in England and Germany, having a good old time across seas. Haven't been able to record anything. I did have some backup content that I was going to submit last week, but unfortunately Twitch decided to delete all of my content, so not sure what's going on there. Anyways, so back to the basics. As you guys have seen in my Bronze and Masters League series with Protoss, I've kind of hit a very plateau-ish period in that I'm winning and losing lots of games, and as a function of that, really not going anywhere. So I figured this would be a great opportunity to get back to the basics and learn some of the more basic fundamentals and help you guys improve those fundamentals. Today, we're going to be looking at hotkeys and location keys. Now, I am here in the menu screen taking a look at the wonderful bound hotkeys. A lot of people, all of the hotkeys for control groups are already set up, but a lot of people don't know how to set up location groups. So we are going to go to camera. Now, under the hotkeys section, you go to global and camera. If you scroll down a little, you'll see this create location. Now, the auto binds for the create location is actually probably the most annoying thing in the entire world. It's this Control Shift F5, and it used to be jump location was just Shift and then the function key. One thing that I like to do is I only use 4 location keys at a time, one for each of the bases. So usually I keep one on, or my main base on F1, my natural on F2, and my third and fourth on F3 and F4 respectively. So you can set these up however you'd like. Personally, I think these setups work the best. It's very easy to just hit Shift F1, Shift F2, and get those camera locations up. And that is all that really needs to be done here in the menu settings to get all of, these type of hotkeys set up. So we're going to actually quickly go into kind of just a quick custom game. We'll just go to custom games, ladder maps. We'll just do Agalon Waste just for the heck of it. And we're going to do a small little demonstration. We're going to add an AI. He's going to be whoever doing whatever. And we're going to go ahead and get on into this. Now, as far as this series goes, basically each one of these episodes are going to be, try and keep them 5 to 10 minutes long, just to give you guys a flavor for just the basics of how to get around in Starcraft and how to improve your game. Basically, I'll be going over a topic, like this one is hotkeys, so we'll go through the topic, I'll give a small demonstration of how I use it, and we will go on our way. Now, first of all, control groups are basically these fun little buttons down here that show up above all of the menus and whatnot, and basically these can easily be set up by hitting Shift and then any of the number keys on top. So, for example, if I wanted to put the Nexus on my control group 1, I'd hold Shift and hit 1, and that would be my control group 1. Now, what's nice about this is we can actually set up multiple different things on different hotkeys, and we can go between the two very quickly. It allows us to basically, for example, we're going to send our probe out to scout. I went all the way over here on the minimap and basically double tapped the 4 button and immediately got back to my base, and allows me to multitask a little bit more efficiently. And then I have my probe on hotkey number 1, so I can double tap to that to get immediately to that probe's position. So this is very useful in that you can quickly go between units, and it's just an easy way to get around without having to like click or drag or use the middle scroll button click thing. I don't know what to call it. So that is basically more or less the very low efficient terms of hotkeys. Generally speaking, the way I keep my hotkey groups, 4 is all of my Nexus. So, for example, if I had a Nexus down here on my natural, I would highlight it, hit Shift and the number 4 as well, and it would load that Nexus into that control group. Now, if you set up a control group and you decide, I don't think I really want that to be on that, you can actually click whatever you want to be on that and hold Control and hit the control group, and as you can see, the controls group will change to whatever you have selected. So if I want to change it back to Nexus, just hit Control and 4, and now the Nexus is now in your hot group. Now, location keys. Now, location keys are slightly different from the control groups because they don't hold a unit, they hold a location or a position on the map. So, as we set up earlier, we have Shift F1 will set up my control group or my map location. Let's get a pylon. So my map location for the Nexus is actually now stored on F1. So if we want to create it for the natural, we just do Shift F2. And now I can just go between F1 and F2 and get very quickly back and forth between the two. Now, how this is helpful is later on in the game when you're worrying about this, that, and whatever, and need to go back and check it to make sure that all of your bases are fully saturated and whatnot, it's very easy to just click your location key, check the number on the Nexus, and be on your merry way. Also, if you need to build a building, it's very easy to just go to the location, grab a probe, and start building buildings, rather than having to like click over here, click the probe. It's just very easy, a lot easier in general. So basically, control groups are very, very efficient. They allow you to basically move around a heck of a lot faster than you could if you just, scroll. So yeah, so I think that's really all I wanted to talk about in this episodes of Back to the Basics. With these, I would like for all of you wonderful viewers out there to go out, set up your own location keys, and get a bit of practice with it. And then, once you've done that, come back to this video and leave a comment. Let me know how it went, and let me know if it has helped you out at all as far as being efficient in your gameplay. So, I think that will go ahead and wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next game.